Let me tell you a story about a woman who decided this was finally her season. She was ready to get her life together. Not kind of ready, she was ready. So she did what a lot of us do when we are serious about change. She bought a planner, but not just any planner, a really nice planner. It was hard covered, it had gold edges, it had tabs on each page, a little pocket in the back for important things she was absolutely going to forget about. And listen, this planner looked like it had a special power. It looked like if you opened it the right way, your credit score might go up. It had beautiful inspirational quotes. It had pages for her goals. It had reflection sections. It had space for gratitude, space for habits, space for her water intake, and space for the version of herself she was clearly trying to become. So she got excited. Then she bought herself a gang of pens. Not regular pens, she got color-coded pens. So blue was for work, green was for money, purple was for her healing, and red for things she was definitely avoiding but decided to call all of them priorities. And for a few days, she felt unstoppable. She was writing things down. She was making her list, highlighting, underlining, putting stars next to things that did not need stars. She had arrows, circles, boxes, sticky notes. She had an entire system. And every time she sat down with that planner, she felt like she was doing something. And to be fair, she was kind of. But after a while, she started to notice something. The planner was full, but her life had not moved. She had a page called goals, a page called vision, a page called next steps. But the next steps were still just sitting there, untouched. So she did what any deeply committed, emotionally evolving, slightly overwhelmed person would do. She bought another planner, y'all, because maybe the first one was not the right layout. Maybe she needed more hourly blocks. Maybe she needed bigger boxes. Maybe she needed one with moon phases. Maybe she needed one that asked, "How are you feeling today?" before it let her be productive. And now she had 3 planners. One for her dreams, one for her schedule, and one for the version of herself that apparently lived in a different zip code. And one day, she sat at the table with all 3 planners open, pens everywhere, sticky notes everywhere, tea getting cold, soft music playing in the background. And she looked at all of those pages, all of those plans, all those lists, all those beautiful intentions. And then it hit her. She whispered to herself, "I'm not planning anymore. I'm postponing." And that was the moment. Because the planner was not the problem. The pens were not the problem. The sticky notes were not the problem. The problem was that planning made her feel close enough to the dream without having to risk actually moving toward it. And some of us know that feeling. We keep getting ready, but because ready feels safe, ready does not get rejected. Ready does not fail publicly. Ready does not have to make the call. Ready does not have to send the email. Ready does not have to start over. Ready can sit at that table with a good pen, a pretty notebook, and still feel productive. But movement is going to ask something from you. Movement wants you to leave the page. Movement wants you to step into the decision. And that is where healing gets real. Because sometimes the thing taking up the most mental real estate is not your lack of discipline. It is your addiction to preparation. It is the way you keep organizing the dream instead of entering it. The way you keep writing the plan instead of trusting the next step. The way you keep decorating your intentions because actions feel too exposed. Now listen, I am not against planning. Planning is powerful. Structure matters. Writing things down can create clarity. But at some point, clarity has to become movement. At some point, the list has to become a step. At some point, the vision has to leave the paper and enter your life. Because the planner was never supposed to become the place where her dream lived. It was supposed to be the place where her dream got instructions. So I leave you with this. Some of you are not stuck because you do not know what to do. You are stuck because planning has become safer than becoming. But your life is not waiting inside another notebook. It is not hiding behind another system. It is not buried under another color-coded list. Your life is waiting on the version of you brave enough to close that planner and take the step. Who's helping you heal?